Hey there, folks. Brian Coddington here from the Cinema Psycho Show, and we are again back at the 4-Hour Film Project Wrap Party, and I'm joined with...
Lane Wilson.
We've got with us some filmmakers today with us, right?
Yes.
You are?
I'm Bethany.
I'm Jenna.
All right. And what's your film?
Yeah.
Our film is Vital Rehabilitation.
Ooh, what genre was that?
So we got dystopian and thriller. We did a mix of both of our genres for this one.
That sounds lovely.
Nice.
That sounds like my jam. So what was the weekend like for you guys?
So this was Jenna's first 48. This was my 7th, and
7.
7.
That's crazy. That I feel like we just have to call that out. 7 of them. That's awesome. Oh
You
my gosh.
decided to come back
yes,
for it.
That many
always excited to
times.
come back.
Yay, that's awesome. Sorry, keep going.
But it was a super fun weekend. We both went to the kickoff together, and this kickoff was really cool. It was really different, and I really liked it. And we got our genres right away. And then on the way home, I called my writer, Dominic, and I was like, okay, this is the idea I have. Do you think you can pull this together? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And he went right to work and started to work on it, and then woke me up at 2 a.m. and was like, hey, here's the script. I was like, perfect. And then we kind of went with that. We started 8 a.m. on Saturday, and we filmed pretty much all day, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. My editor worked on set with us, and he would edit while we were filming still, which was pretty cool. But this time I had a pretty big crew. I think I had a crew of 20 people total. That includes cast. And that's the biggest crew I ever worked with, so that was pretty fun.
Was that harder to have more people to wrangle, or did it a lot of hands make light work, or how did that go?
It was a little chaotic at first, getting used to it. But once we got into our groove and settled in, we worked all really well together, and it was really nice to have extra hands to be able to run errands, go get stuff off set, or do slate or any other little things around set.
Nice. Now we've been hearing about that weekend, and then it was a really windy weekend. Did that affect you guys at all? Were you outside a lot, or?
We filmed 1 or 2 scenes outside. Yeah. But we used lavalier mics, and they kept a lot of the wind out. Our audio wasn't too bad. I was pretty impressed with our sound person's work. Abby, she did really good with it.
That's awesome.
You can hear a little bit of the wind in the background, but it didn't affect us too bad.
Jackson.
Andrea, it hasn't even been 10 seconds and you're already smothering me. Back off.
I'm just trying to help you.
It's not enough to say it. You have to mean it.
Okay, I guess then I just can't help you. I can't make you feel better. You know what? Why don't we just take a second, go to bed, and we'll come back to this tomorrow, okay? I think just really doing the whole thing. I was an art student coming into it, and so I just started acting. I had taken a video class, and I really fell in love with it. And so I immediately texted her, and I was like, I want to do something, let's do something. So I just think this, the whole experience, getting to do it, just go for it. I love kind of just improving off of what's already been created, kind of taking a character and making that come alive. I think that's one of the joys of acting, is just really getting to embody somebody that isn't you, and seeing how far you can kind of stretch a character. But the whole thing, I was just so pleasantly surprised of how much fun it was. Like she said, genuinely, we had such a good crew, and we had a lot of fun. It was just a very fun experience of in between takes, we would all hang out, we would joke around, and as somebody who was kind of more of a first-time actor, first time kind of on a film set, that was just so nice to kind of feel just very safe and supported, comfortable. So it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to do more of them if she's down. So.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
So is that where you guys are going with this? You're going to continue, or will you have an 8th 48 hour?
Yeah, we're definitely competing again this fall. So fun story about me and Jenna. We've been friends for 12 years. We played ice hockey together when we were kids, and that's how we knew each other. And same with my sound person. We were Girl Scouts together. So
nice.
That's amazing.
it was just randomly one day I had posted somewhere, and Abby messaged me. She was like, hey, I do film too. And then I was like, oh, do you want to come do my 48 with me? And she was like, absolutely. And so we've been sticking together. This was my first 48 with Abby, my second 48 with Miles, my cameraman. But I think everybody's coming back this fall for the horror one.
Nice. I was going to say, so what's what's like the next steps you want to do with either this film or just making your own film outside of the 48?
Yeah, I'm actually about to go to my master's program at Carnegie Mellon for entertainment industry management.
Very cool.
I'll be moving to LA next year to do some internships, but I will be working on a short film outside of the 48 this fall. Don't have a lot of details on that yet, but I'm very excited for it. It's going to be really good.
Who are you?
Just listen to me.
Leave me alone.
Just listen to
Andrea!
me. Listen,
Help!
listen. All right? I know I caught up with you in the worst possible way, but she's the last person you want to be calling for help from right now.
She's my wife.
No, you have to wake up.
What?
Wake up.
What?
Snap out of this. Wake up. Come on. Wake up.
Hi, my name is Danny English, and I am a composer.
Okay, and what was the team that you worked on this 48?
This was my first 48-hour film festival, and it was the team, Vital Rehabilitation.
Oh, cool.
We talked to the creative team behind that, so it's nice to get the composer's perspective. So when in the weekend, like, did you kind of plug in? Were you on set? Did they call you, or like how did that work?
So the way we operated was they got their ideas formulated Friday evening, and by Saturday morning they had a rough script worked out. So from the script, I was able to more or less pace my ideas. I was more estimating. This is probably like about 20 seconds, 30 seconds here, maybe 15 seconds. And I was also able to maybe also decide, oh, you know what? Probably don't want music here because this is like important dialogue. Maybe this dialogue needs a little bit of music underneath it to build it up. So I was able to make some of those decisions there and also kind of get a feel for the general mood. And then as the afternoon wore on, I got more details. But then a lot of the work actually happened Sunday when they started sending me clips that they had from their shoots the day before. And now I actually had exact length for clips, and I was able to match up my sounds.
That's awesome. So you told me off camera that you work with music professionally, like as part of your job. How was this different, and what maybe was something that you liked maybe better than what you get to do normally?
Okay, so my main work in the music field, I'm an educator and I direct a music program for a church. So a lot of the music that I am working with is the music that other people have created. But I've always enjoyed creating my own music, which that's led me to become a composer. So I've written a lot of concert music over the years, and it's been a lifelong dream of mine to do more work with content creators and filmmakers. So I've done a little bit of all of that in the last year, and this was my first real big opportunity to explore doing sound and music for a film. And how it's different is you really have to, I'd say, leave your ego at the door, because I might have a lot of ideas and a lot of things I want to do. I might have my vision of how I want to do this, but it's not my project, it's the director's project. So I have to take my skills and adapt it to the needs of the creative team, the director, the producer, etc.
That's because the film is ultimately collaborative, right? It's a thing where, like, yes, if you're on your own, you might have your own things you want to do, my own inclinations, but you know, it's when you come together, when everyone comes together and like pools their own creative talents, that's when you get something really magical.
That's true, and something interesting that always happens if you talk to other composers, from amateurs all the way up through professionals in Hollywood, they might spend a lot of time and pour their heart and soul into some really awesome music that doesn't make the cut for the film, because the director's like, you know what, I actually don't need music here, and you know what, you live with that, it's fine. You don't. That's just the way it goes. But I really enjoyed that collaborative process, and I look forward to doing more, hopefully.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to do other films, how can people get in touch with you? Are you on social media?
Yes, I do a little bit on social media, but for best way to find me, listen to some of my music, I have a website, DannyEnglishMusic.com. You can listen to a diverse array of concert music and some music that's made it to media and things like that. And I'm in the process of redesigning my website too, so hopefully people will be able to, if they want to take music lessons, sign up for that, and certainly they can just get in touch with me through there.
Awesome.
DannyEnglishMusic.com.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for your perspective on the whole situation.
Thank you for organizing this event. This is wonderful, and good luck to all of you in your creative endeavors.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Awesome. Well, enjoy the rest of the party.